Hello, Casual Dresser here, bringing you another video. This time I am looking at these. Some Stone Island New Balance 574 trainers, which have caused absolute controversy in the casual world, and why some people absolutely hate New Balance and Stone Island on the back of it. Okay, let's get straight into it. Let's look at these. They are the Stone Island New Balance 574 trainers, and yeah, they've caused an absolute stir in the casual scene. And let's talk about why. So, New Balance obviously was selling them on their website, Stone Island was selling them on their website, and Stone Island kept putting out sneak previews. Here's a picture of Sterling wearing them. So obviously, if we think back, Stone Island and New Balance got together to do the kit for the World Cup, which was some time ago now, Christmas time, where Sterling was wearing the boots and the kit. And we saw these trainers as well, and the date kept getting pushed back, until finally we had a date which was the 16th of February 2023. And lads got excited, and people were messaging each other, wondering what the RRP was. Now, the RRP was very reasonable. It was £130. And the drop time for New Balance website was 9 AM. And Stone Island had a date, but they didn't have a time. So, let's check what happened next. Okay, so there I am on my holidays, sat there on the New Balance website at 8:58:59, like many other guys and girls, refreshing the page, 9 o'clock. Nope, the drop had been moved back to 2 PM. Now, little did New Balance know, but I was then going to be bowling with my little boy and girl, which caused absolute havoc trying to grab a pair of these from the New Balance website at 2 PM. Anyway, I did. I logged on, I waited for 2 PM, and I was allocated a place in the queue. I was there straight away, so surely my place in the queue wouldn't be too far back. Nope, it was 254,000th in the queue. I let it run for about 15 minutes, and as no one was checking out, I then cancelled the New Balance and jumped out the queue quickly. I know people who were in the queue at like 1,000, etc., and still didn't get a pair of these. So New Balance, that was that done. So my only hope was Stone Island and End Clothing, because End Clothing had a raffle on. So I put my name in there, assuming that I would lose, as always, which I do on every single raffle, and headed over to the Stone Island site. So got to the Stone Island site, and when it did drop, there were no sizes available whatsoever. Every single one of them I had sold out. You could see the size, you clicked on it, you put it in your basket, and they were no longer there. So, New Balance, messed up for me. Stone Island, messed up for me. And it couldn't really get much worse. However, at about 5 o'clock, Stone Island was showing on their website that they had some sizes available, and you could check them out. The size that I went for was an 8.5 UK, even though they'd be too small for my feet. Checked them out, put them in my basket, paid for them, bingo, I've got a pair, absolutely buzzing. Apparently there are other sizes checking out, sizes 11, sizes 6.5. What happened then? Well, the market was absolutely flooded. Facebook, as you can see here, was absolutely flooded with Stone Island trainers at a low price. Now, I say a low price. Resellers bought these up, and they were trying to sell them somewhere between $225 and $250, which, if you think about the Nike world, is not too bad. So at least people thought, well, we'll be able to get our hands on a pair of these fairly cheap. The only problem is nobody had them to hand. Everybody had orders made, but nobody had a pair to hand. And the days passed by, and slowly but surely the cancellation orders came in from Stone Island, refunding money, saying that there had been an error. So not only had people not been able to buy them from the New Balance website, not only had people not been able to buy them from the Stone Island website, but then they had been able to buy them from the Stone Island website, and then they got taken off them again. So what an absolute mess of a drop, and people were hating on Stone Island, like me, And I put up on my Instagram, I didn't want them anyway. It was a bit tongue-in-cheek. I was drinking a pint. I was down in my sorrows. And then End got in contact and said, congratulations, you have won a pair of Stone Island. Now, they were £10 dearer. I don't know why. Probably for shipping and handling, etc., etc. But I got a pair, and I'm going to review them in a minute. First of all, I'm going to say, you can't keep doing this. You can't keep messing up on drop Stone Island. People just want to buy the trainers. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but surely, if you just said they're going to drop at some point that week and gave no time or specific date and just kept drip feeding them onto your website, I am sure that would stop the bots from eating up all the pairs. If someone wants to sit on the website for days on end, I mean, they deserve to get them. And just drop a few pairs every now and then so people can buy them, because these bots are absolutely destroying the market. And people are not happy. And there's no point losing business, Stone Island, from poor customer service and running a website that, quite frankly, is not fit for purpose. Also, why do they have to be a limited release? Surely these could just be brought out on a general market so people can buy them. Anyway, rant over. Let's get into the review. Let's look at the trainers. Stone Island, New Balance, 574 silhouette. Let's get into this one. Okay, so coming in a nice box. Stone Island at the top. These are a UK 9.5, which is my size, although they haven't been or they haven't gone to toe yet. And here is the trainer itself. Now, I know a lot of lads will be watching this video because they haven't actually managed to snag a pair. All those that were on Facebook for sale are no longer for sale because people didn't have them in hand. So, yeah, like I've said, it's the 574 silhouette, which is the oldest of their silhouettes. And the reason why they've done this is so that it sort of ties in with the old school Stone Island logo. So for those of you who don't know, before the arm badge of Stone Island, there was a patch badge, exactly like that. It wasn't as big as that, but they've sewn that into the tongue. And that is a lovely detail. I'll show you here. There we go. So that's sewn into the tongue. And then it's like a patchwork of different fabrics. It's to sort of represent or recreate the old sort of worldy, retro, vintage look. Now, it's really funny because as soon as guys don't get the trainer, they absolute hate on them. They say, oh, disgusting, would never buy a pair. Well, if that's the case, that is fair. But there are a number of people who want these trainers. They are going to go up in value. No matter what anybody says to you, they are going to go up in value. The last New Balance, these ones here, have only gone up in value. Although, because they've been left sitting so long, the soles, just like the Nikes, are starting to crumble a bit. So it's probably a case of wearing them. Like the football kit, it comes with its own Certi logo. And that's to sort of bring it back to the Stone Island sort of emphasis. And the art number for these, I'll show you the art number on these trainers, if you haven't got one. The art number here, so it's 7725S01NB. And yeah, they are a lovely shoe. I haven't decided whether I'm going to wear them for summer or whether I'm just going to put them away in my wardrobe. People hate on me for saying that as well, because true trainer enthusiasts say you've got to wear all your trainers. They're not a light shoe. They're a well-made, heavy New Balance shoe. Price point, I think, is fair. A New Balance trainer isn't cheap anyway. Add Stone Island into the mix, and, I mean, well, they knew what they were doing anyway, because they're all going to sell out. They could have doubled the amount produced and they would have all sold out. Inside, so we've got the detailing of the Stone Island inside. If you can see that, you can there. So New Balance, it's got the Stone Island inside. So yeah, do I rate them? Yeah, I like them. Are they the nicest? They're nowhere near as nice as the previous, the blue and orange drop. They were far superior. But I do like these ones. I like the logo on the front. Some guys have been ripping into them and putting their patch across. But I do like the fact they've put that onto the tongue. And yeah, if I hadn't have bought them and I saw them, I probably would want a pair. And I certainly wanted a pair to review for the page. But I do think it's all been soured by how poor this sort of drop has been put together. I do think something needs to be done, because actually Stone Island probably have made more enemies than friends during this drop, and that's not what it's about. It's about giving collectors the items that they want. What do I think resale will be? Well, it seems to, as soon as people didn't have them in hand, the resale sort of went from about 225, roughly 250. They're shooting up to like 350, so I wouldn't be surprised if retail probably peaks at about 500 on these trainers. But time will tell. And yeah, it's only a short video, but I wanted to show you that A, that I got them, and B, what they are like. And the box as well, I like the box. I like a New Balance Stone Island box, because if I'm going to store them, I want it to look good. And that's that for this video, really. There's a few videos floating about on these trainers. So feel free to look at some of their videos as well. If you've got anything you want me to review, just let me know. I'm going to spend this afternoon making a new intro into these videos. So it's the old one you've just seen, but I'm going to get a new intro for my next video. Spend some time and some money. If you've got anything you want me to review, send me an email to the email address below. Again, please watch these videos like all the way through. Some people like them within a minute of watching them when it goes live, and there's no way you could have liked it because it's only been on for a minute and the video lasts for about 10 minutes. So yeah, like and subscribe to my page. Head over to my Instagram. If you've got any bits you want to sell me, get in contact. My next video, I think, is going to be on the dust-plated reflective jacket. I just got that in. I've had it in before, but I got it in and I think it's worthy of a video. Take care. If you can, go and grab yourself a pair of these trainers. Pretty decent. See you later.